electronic controlled environment system, for growing ornamental plants for garden city cooperatives.
Control Module. The control module system will display the current sensor result of temperature, humidity, soil moisture and its condition, date, time, and data log status, and allows the user set the limit of the sensors. Ventilation Module. The ventilation module used to regulate and maintain the required temperature and humidity of plant inside the S's, and to have proper airflow. The temperature and humidity sensors will determine the temperature and humidity. If the temperature and humidity is high or low, the ventilation system will be activated to regulate it. Light Module. The lighting system will produce light in the controlled environment. The light will be activated depending on the user, that can manipulate the time of activation. Indicator Module. The LED will use as indicator to determine the current situation of the devices. Drip Irrigation Module. The drip irrigation module will be stationary, which will be activated when the soil moisture sensor detects dryness. The tray will use to catch the excess water. Record Module. This module will save all the data of the sensors in the SD card. Testing the S's, as you can see in the indicators. All LEDs except the power LED is off. And that means all the devices inside the S's are off. To show you, the ventilation is off. Because the default temperature limit inside the S's is 30 degrees Celsius. And the current temperature is 29 degrees Celsius, that means the current temperature did not reach the temperature limit to activate the ventilation. For the lighting system, the default time of activation is 6 p.m. and the current time inside the S's is 3 p.m., so that the LED light will not turn on. For the irrigation system, the default soil moisture limit is 450 moisture and the current soil moisture inside the S's is 309 moisture, that means the soil inside the S's is wet so that the drip irrigation system will not activate, and if the soil moisture surpasses the default soil moisture limit of 450, that means the soil inside the S's is dry and the drip irrigation will turn on. First, to test the ventilation system, to activate the user need to change the default setting, by pressing its mode and input the correct temperature. In this case the current temperature is 29 degrees Celsius, and to activate the ventilation you need to input less than the current temperature. The ventilation consists of one exhaust fan and one intake fan. It will be used to maintain the required temperature and humidity of the plant inside the greenhouse. For lighting system, by pressing its mode the user need to change the default hour setting into current time, and that is 3 p.m. so the user need to input 15, because it is in 24-hour format. For irrigation system, by pressing its mode the user need to change the default soil moisture limit into less than the current soil moisture. In this case the current soil moisture is 309 and the user will input any number less than 309. Now you can see the tiny drops of water from the irrigation tubes. And now we will deactivate all the devices. First, the ventilation. To deactivate the fans, the user need to change the limit by pressing its mode and input a limit that greater than the current temperature. In this case the current temperature is 30 degrees Celsius and the user will input greater than 30 degrees Celsius to turn off the fans. Next, the lighting system. To deactivate the LED light, the user will change the hour by pressing its mode, and replace any hour except for the current time. And to deactivate the irrigation system, the user will change the limit by pressing its mode, and replace the moisture limit greater than the current soil moisture. Now you can see that the tiny drops from irrigation tubes will stop. And all the data will be saved in the SD card, and this is the sample record.